Welcome to another Black Myth Wukong boss tutorial video. In today's video, we're in the Pagoda realm of Chapter 3, taking down Captain Lotus Vision. This is also how we're going to unlock the transformation of Ashen Slumber. For the new transformation, there is a prerequisite. Remember this house back in Chapter 2? Well, you need to go talk to the guy inside and make sure you exhaust all the dialogue. When you show up in the Pagoda realm, the guy in the cell next to you is going to be the same guy from that house, except you can't get into his cell yet because it's got this ring of protection spell going on. But defeating Captain Lotus Vision will break that ring of protection seals. So from the upper pagoda checkpoint, turn around and carefully come jump down onto this rooftop. From up here, we can see Captain Lotus Vision, but first we're going to need to take care of all of these worshippers, because the captain can bring them to life and make them attack you. Once I cleared all them up, I just restarted from the pagoda, and then when you come down onto the rooftop, make sure you jump over this way so you don't take any fall damage. Now we can get into the fight without any of the worshippers getting in our way. The armor I'm going to wear for this fight is the Gale Guard set, because when you have two pieces equipped, every perfect dodge is going to add a considerable amount of focus to the meter. Building up that focus meter is going to help us with the strategies we use to defeat the boss. Now let's go over the captain's moveset. The first one I want to talk about is this right here, these little floor bombs. He can make these happen at any point in the fight. If you see 3 dots above the staff, he's going to take 3 shots at you. These are great for getting perfect dodges on. Sometimes when he does his 3-shot attack, he'll follow it up with a set of floor bombs, so be ready to dodge those. If you see a circle of lights followed by a flash, you need to do a quick dodge followed by a staff spin. And both of these are opportunities to gain more focus. If the lights make an umbrella shape, then it's going to be a slower attack that can be absorbed with a staff spin for more focus. 6 lights is going to be a slow attack followed by a quick laser attack. If you're watching his staff, it'll be easier to get the timing, but be ready to dodge twice. To get around, the captain can teleport to one of the 4 sides or the middle of the arena. When he's not teleporting, he's standing still, and we're going to exploit this for the strategy to take him down. What we're going to do is use our staff spin and our perfect dodges to build our focus meter, then use a heavy attack on him since we know he's not going to run away. I found this strategy worked much better than just running around trying to attack him because I kept getting hit by these lights, but when I stood back and dodged them and used my staff to absorb focus, I would quickly build up 3 focus points to use a heavy attack on the boss time and time again. You don't have to wait until you have 3 focus points built up either. You can always charge your heavy attack a little bit to get the rest of the distance to the 3 points so your heavy attacks do more damage. That way you don't have to wait a whole nother cycle. But if you get interrupted while you're charging a heavy attack, you lose all your focus, even the focus you had before you started charging. Once you get the timing of his attacks down and start nailing your perfect dodges, you can even very easily get up to 4 focus points, and that'll quickly send him into phase 2. And phase 2 is a total nightmare, starting with this attack here, where not only is there a laser constantly shooting at you, but other lasers are going to shoot at you as well. If you're running around the arena, you can avoid that constant stream, and if you're watching for the flashes of light from the sigil, you can get perfect dodges on the other attacks, but this is a very risky move. If you want to play things really safe, in the back of the room there's a ramp. You can't go all the way out, but you can hide behind it enough to where none of those lasers can get you. The other nightmare move in phase 2 is 4 little laser cannons getting placed in the corner of each room, and then they start sweeping the room in all sorts of directions. I wasn't able to destroy these cannons, but let me know in the comments if you were. These lasers can all be jumped over and dodged, but you could always head back to our safety ramp to make it easier. The floor lasers can't get you as long as you're standing up here. I didn't know about this ramp trick, so I used Cloud Step in this part of the fight because the decoy was something for all the lasers to focus on, and that bought me enough time to do the Pluck of Mini spell. I wanted to bring all my friends out to help me do as much damage as possible so we could hurry and get out of phase 2. When all the floor lasers came out, I tried to stay close to the boss and keep doing damage, but also stayed close to this wall because lasers weren't coming out of the wall, and this made it feel like I had a lot less to dodge. Then I lined up my big blue baby shot to send him into phase 3. As he goes into phase 3, he is floating off the ground, but not out of reach of hitting him with a heavy attack. And then phase 3 is a whole nother stage of nonsense, with lasers flying everywhere and little sparks going around that can also do damage to you. It seemed like the best place to be when this happened was right underneath him, because all those lasers went around him but not through him. Here I had enough time to charge a heavy attack. After the laser show, transform into Quan Chi the Firewolf, because when the captain teleports around the room, you can use your heavy attack to quickly catch up to him and start building up this bar on the side. When the bar is all filled up, you're going to dodge and then follow it with a heavy attack to perform the special move to do a ton of damage to the captain, and when the captain teleports away, you just use your heavy attack to catch up. After the transformation, his health is so low that I can easily finish him off with a couple more light attacks. Your prize for defeating the captain is removing all those rings of protection that were placed around multiple cells in the pagoda. Now you can head back to the lower pagoda, go into the cell that was next to you and talk to your friend, but more importantly, pull the sword out of the rat here. That's how you collect the transformation into Ashen Slumber, which is one of my favorite transformations because you can pull a Majin Vegeta where you self-destruct to de-transform. And that, my friends, is how a monkey takes down a captain to become a rat. If you have any other tips or strategies, please leave them in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey.